What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another No Death Run. Today, Tailspin by Capcom for the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES. I just call it the Nintendo. But we're playing Tailspin. This game's pretty awesome. Now, this fits right into the category of I had no plans of No Death Running Tailspin, but I played it. It pissed me off. I figured out the gaming mechanics, and I really grew to like it. Wasn't easy my first playthrough. I got my ass kicked. In fact, it took me forever to realize that you could control the left and right panning on the screen based on you being right side up or upside down. But this game's awesome. Capcom did no wrong with those Disney TV show games back in the day, like Darkwing Duck, Rescue Rangers 1 and 2, DuckTales 1 and 2. Though I've yet to play the first Rescue Rangers and DuckTales 1 and 2, I have played Darkwing Duck, Rescue Rangers 2, and this, and I love all three of them. So far, Capcom's batting 100% for their Disney cartoon games on the NES with me. And this game, at first, I was a little skeptical. I'd get crushed and die in spots like that. I didn't understand the controls, but you can't judge a game when you don't understand it. You gotta take the time to get a little bit good at it before you can really, give your opinion on it. Now that I played it, now that I've beaten it a few times, and I did the no death, I think I can give my opinion on this game with a fair assessment. So let's just do the classical GamePro magazine review. We listen to this whimsical music as I sail through the skies as Kit, Blue's partner in crime from the TV show Tailspin. Its graphics, well, I seen what Capcom was capable of back in the day, and though these graphics are pretty good, they're not quite as good as some of their other heavy hitters, like some of the Mega Mans, like Mega Man 3 or even Mega Man 6 has some really nice graphics, as does Darkwing Duck, so I know what they're capable of. Some of the huge sprites in Rescue Rangers 2, also very, very nice looking compared to this game, though it's not bad looking. It's not great looking, but it's still pretty decent. Its colors are sharp, and actually there is a great use of effects with some of the clouds in later levels. I'll give them a 4 out of 5. They're not fantastic, but they're not average. They're above average. First boss, first time I faced him, he kicked my ass repeatedly until I figured out the pattern. Sometimes that's just what games are, is discovering the pattern. So yes, 4 out of 5 for graphics. How is it for sound? Well, if my girlfriend was here to give the opinion, I think she'd give it a 5 out of 5. As I played this game over the past couple days, just a little bit here and there, the one thing that stuck with her is she didn't watch me play, but did her own thing. She could hear the music, and her impression was that the music was excellent. Well, I do agree with that. The music is actually quite catchy, quite whimsical, and very fitting for the game. I think I give it a 5 out of 5. It's fun. It really adds to the atmosphere of this game, and it's pretty good stuff. The sound effects are also very sharp and nice on the ears, as is this little jingle right here. As I sail again with Kit. Why am I doing it? So yes, sound, 5 out of 5. Why am I doing this? Money. In a game where points or money actually fucking matter. Yes. You can upgrade your ship by giving it an extra hit point, which is incredibly useful. You can get rapid fire, which I've already purchased at the end of the first level to speed up your rapid shot. Now there's a big rapid shot that you can't get till later because you need 400 grand to get it. So yeah, that's why I'm doing these bonus levels, to get as much pay dirt, money, moolah, cash, whatever you want to call it, cheddar, Benjamins. I don't know, what other terms do we got for money, right? Green. Got to get that green in this game if you want to make things a little easier on yourself. As we cruise through this baseball diamond, I'm trying to find a hidden heart. Yes, I just got a small one to replenish my health, but I know there's one there. There it is, but I missed it. Every other turn I found that without any effort whatsoever. In this game, shoot everywhere. You'll find extra fruit, which is money, and collect money bags and crates to tally up your money. So how are its controls? Well, that's where I feel this game is lacking a little bit. Sometimes in situations like this, tapping of the button to switch your ship, to move the left and right controls, can sometimes be a bit delayed. Also, he will not flip his ship if you're pressing up or down. Now, that would be the gamer's fault. However, it feels very awkward and very stiff when you can't do that when you should be able to. Its controls are good, they're just not fantastic. 4 out of 5. But its fun factor, a fun game. Because its controls will be a little bit obnoxious, and learning the mechanics of the game can be a little bit irritating. It's not a 5 out of 5, but it's a 4.5 out of 5. I had a lot of fun with this game, and I really, really like it now. So I would give it a 5, but I also have to think how other people might perceive this game and how I initially felt when playing it the first couple times, and it was a little bit irritating. But it is super fun. 4.5 out of 5 is we are looking at the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Boston Red Sox in a baseball diamond fighting a giant baseball. Now, this is the slowest I've ever defeated him. I'm not totally sure on what causes him to turn into his attack form so I can hit him. But he was really, I don't know if that's just RNG or if there's something I can do to make him pop out of his protective area. Like right now, he's invincible. So normally he would just do it, but again, he's bouncing. I don't know why he was, again, could just come down to simple RNG. But easy boss, especially compared to the first level. I have to say that this game feels like it gets easier as it goes. However, that could be a series of things. One, I upgrade my ship, so I get a better shot, I get more health, so that might make it easier as I go. Secondly, I might just get better at the game as I progress through it. So it might start to feel easier because I'm actually getting better. But I do think this game gets easier as it goes. I think it kind of intimidates you a little bit with 3 tough stages to start things off. The first level is easy, but its boss, it'll cripple you quickly if you're not sharp and don't pay attention. The second level, it's tricky for a blind playthrough. And the third level, though easy, its boss is dangerous. And for a new player, it's going to beat you up pretty quickly. I do love this level. I love the way this level looks. I love the effects of the cloud. I love the music, the effects of the clouds. Sometimes I feel like I talk way too much when I do these. So yes, shoot everywhere in this game. Now, this game, if you can't beat it, it's on you. Here's the thing, it's a tricky little playthrough, but it gives you everything you need to win. Free men are everywhere. You find those hidden rooms where you fly around as Kit, lots of points and free men to be found. There are hearts hidden everywhere. Fruit hidden everywhere, like I just grabbed, so just shoot everywhere. Once you discover where full health hearts are, pay attention to where those are. They're usually in key areas to help you get through. Though the game is tricky for a first-time playthrough, maybe your first run you might have a poor impression because maybe you're getting beat up a little bit, but believe me, you run that game back one more time, you're going to beat the shit out of it and you're going to love it. It gives you everything you need to get the job done. I feel this is a very friendly game to kids, and that's why I do kind of want to give it a 5 out of 5 for fun factor, though its controls bother me just a little bit, enough to downgrade it to that 4.5. I have to backpedal there because there's a cheap spot there. As you exit that screen, it has you projecting to the right, and those things drop from the clouds. You'll take an insta hit. Now, because I know that, I instantly went left, then went right to shoot them. I just find that a bit of a mistake on their part to just bring you out of that bonus screen and feed you right to the wolves, and you really don't have time to react. You literally have to know. So I just found a very important hidden health there. I did unfortunately take another hit because this boss is tricky. He's one of the harder bosses in the game, in my opinion. This attack there, though easy to dodge, easy to get hit. Just gonna stare at you. So who loved Tailspin as a kid? Let's just talk about Tailspin. I was a big fan of Tailspin. Bigger fan of Darkwing Duck, bigger fan of Rescue Rangers, but I love Tailspin. Great show. I guess you could say, I like Tailspin more than DuckTales, unpopular opinion. I know with all those shows mentioned, most people probably like DuckTales the most, or Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck was very popular back in the day. Myself, DuckTales was my least favorite of the 4 shows. Though awesome, Tailspin was great. It had Baloo from the Jungle Book. Granted, I did never seen the Jungle Book back in this time. I know, believe it or not. My first time discovering Baloo was in Tailspin. And I immediately liked him, immediately liked Kit, loved all the other characters, like, what is it, Don Carnage? Or I like to call him Don Carnage. I'm pretty sure it's spelled the same way, only with a K. But they had, you know, that Indiana Jones. They had a similarity to Indiana Jones, more while focusing on aviation and flying, which was just a cool premise for a show. So what are we buying now? Extra hit point. And this level can fucking suck my asshole, okay? Fucking coat that fucking brown eye with some maple syrup, and the creators of this game can slurp on my butthole and tongue that little brown eye until their fucking heart's content. This level pissed me off, and though it's easy for me now, I have to stress how much it pissed me off my first time playing. It is irritating. One, I didn't have the left and right controls mastered. Even though they're up to me, I didn't have it figured out. Those chandeliers are fucking irritating. On top of that, these heat-sinking things, they look like hats. I don't know why there's hats all over the walls. These ghosts that pop apart, hidden health, super important. I don't need it now because I've gotten good. But when you're new, you're gonna need that fucking heart. Oh, this level pissed me off. This level pissed me right off. It's after this, the game gets so much fucking easier. 100%. But I know what to do now. I know where all the hidden hearts are. I know how to tackle each situation. So it becomes easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah. This level can still suck my fucking ass. Again, shoot everywhere. Look for, like, see me there? I'm just looking for extra money. Whatever. The fireplace. Have you ever had a fireplace explode at you? Not just a little bit, but a lot. I guess there's the odd crackle when you're having an outdoor fire, but in a fireplace that's encased and only has a front, things just exploding out. And who built this place? Why are these chandeliers all so... It must be haunted. Is that what it is? It's haunted? Because yeah, I'm sure the guy who put these chandeliers in place did a good enough job that they would hang on the fucking ceiling. I just blast through that part, and I also know here to just get the fuck where I am and motor forward. When you're new, this level will fuck you up. But there's a saving grace at the end of this level, as there is at almost every part in this game near the end. Be mindful. Don't just feel you have to go forward. Bam. Hidden heart. Look for that shit. It's your best friend. Stupidest fucking boss in the game. Where's the rest of his body? I guess he's a ghost who wears clothes. Why is he so big? Why does he still wear a bow tie in his afterlife? His gloves are like Mickey Mouse. I guess it's Disney. He's also very easy. Even though I took a hit there, it's fine. I still got 3 more to spare. You can only get so many shots off at a time, but stick near the bottom. Let him move left and right, pop up, rinse and repeat. Easy peas, lemon squeeze. Boss music in this game is just okay, actually, now that I think about it. It's the rest of the music in the game that's just very whimsical and very fitting for the game, and also very atmospheric in the sense that it really dials you into the game and makes it a fun experience. The boss music, it's okay, it's just not outstanding. Job well done. I kind of like that it says that after each level. And there, it gives you a nice rundown of what everything's worth, so it gives you an incentive to collect it. And again, like I said, money in this game makes a lot of sense. You know, at first you grab those fruits, you might think they're just points. Man, that's cashola. Like, you want those strawberries, you want those bananas. So here we are. In the city. Looks just like the same fucking city in Darkwing Duck. Looks just like the same city in Master System Ninja Gaiden. I swear, some of these games recycle areas. Even though they're made by different people, I don't know. Same place, different game. Maybe that's a topic for a whole other video. Relatively easy level. Like I said, it starts to get significantly easier, in my opinion, after this point. However, we are also upgraded. We have a rapid shot. We got 4 hit points. But I do think it gets easier. It's almost like they wanted to intimidate kids back in the day. really like challenge you with the first couple levels to kind of discourage you, and then sort of reward you once you get good enough to get through them, to discover, hey, this is kind of toned down a little bit now, and to build your confidence up to persevere through the rest of the game. Hidden Heart, look for them, find them, use them.
Dude, come
See,
on.
bad controls. As that pans, I kind of lost the ability to move. It's why its controls are only a 4 out of 5. They're good, but they are not great. Little buggy, a little glitchy with the hitboxes too, but generally good, just definitely not great. So I do kind of want to talk about the Genesis version. As dog shit as the Genesis version is, and this is clearly better, I still really like the Genesis version. I think it's a misunderstood game that more people need to give a chance. Yeah, no, it's not better than this. By the way, go through the bottom is better. It's worth more money. Up top, there's just a free man, which I don't need, and cherries worth 2 cherries worth 100 points each, so 200 points. Go below, 1 balloon, banana, $500. More cash for buying more shit. But yeah, like racking up the men. I don't need them, but I'm collecting them for fun. Just kind of show you that, like, hey, the game gives you what you need to get the job done. So there's really no excuses. Now this part here, the boss is tough. Again, Hidden Heart. That is essential. I have no strategy for this boss other than shot for shot and stay to the left. Outside of that, unload, just fucking deliver. Attempt to dodge a smidgen, like right there. But if you're gonna take hits, but just stay in his line of fire and boom, dust his ass. 4 out of 5 times you'll win. The RNG will take you out one of those times, but if you got 4 hits and you just keep rapid fire, you'll fucking win. Forget any strategy, forget looking for fucking patterns, just shoot and fire. So what are we buying now? I don't think anything. We still can't afford the big rapid shot. Maybe my favorite level in the game, just because I love the theme, I love the caves, I love the way it looks, I love the rocks in the foreground, I love the bluish rocks in the background, like the music, like the minecart theme, Indiana Jones feel, if you will. Easy ass level too, so it's a nice break in the action. Even though the game is kind of easy, again, I do like to judge games on how difficult it is your first and second playthrough, and it's not that easy. It's not. To say it's easy is like, you know, kind of obnoxious, because it's like, yeah, I've no death run it, so it's easy. And I learned the game, so it's fucking easy. But that doesn't mean it is easy for someone to walk in blind. They're going to be pretty unsuccessful. But again, the game wants you to win. You can buy free men, you can buy continues, and they're relatively affordable. That will prevent you from getting the good stuff that you actually want. But if you need those men, they're everywhere. There's health hidden everywhere. So it is easy, but that's what I like about it. It's an easy game, but it still finds a way of being tough. Hidden health up there. Don't need it, but it's up there. This level's way too generous. I also kind of want to talk about how I've been with gaming the past 2 months, especially the past month. I've been really big on playing a game and moving on. There's a couple games actually 3 games I'm supposed to no death run, but it's like I beat the shit out of them. Whether I did a 1 death, a 2 death, or a 3 death, I beat them a bunch of times, and it's just also like, that's what I liked about this. This was a fun no death run. There is a big difference between fun NDRs and boring NDRs, or tedious NDRs. And I'm kind of growing past the phase of a tedious NDR. Like, if it's gonna take far too many turns and I'm just seeing the game way too much, it just doesn't seem worth my time. Now, there's certain ones that I do kind of want from my channel to say that I've done it, but at the end of the day, no one's gonna care more than me. So if I also don't care to do it, it's like, fuck it. In myself, I know, hey, I've 1 death that game. I've 2-death that game. That's pretty goddamn impressive. If I find the time, I'll get back to it. But lately, I've just been enjoying playing new games, beating them, and playing something else. Like, my list of new games I've beaten this year is pushing 50 already. And that's more than I normally do. And that's on top of speedrunning and everything and casual NDRs like this. So there are some NDRs I've put off that I do want to find the time to get back to, but that's what it comes down to, is time. Between work, myself now in a relationship for almost a year, I can't invest as much time as I used to. And sometimes you don't want to, especially with the summer coming up. That's when I really pump the brakes on gaming and get out and touch grass and breathe the fresh air and go to the beach. I just live at the beach in the summer. So with the summer coming up, it's like, yeah, there's going to be less gaming. And how many times you want to play the same game over and over? Myself, personally, it gets pretty stale after... It depends on the game, though. That's the interesting thing about NDRs. There are games where if I fail 20, 30 times, but there's something about it that's fun, something I enjoy with the process, it's a fun NDR. If it's like, it just feels repetitive, and then you get halfway through the game and you die, to start over right away just feels like, why would I do this? This is stupid. I think of Rambo 3 for Genesis. There was just something fun about that game. Maybe it was short like this one. I think that has a lot to do with a good NDR, a certain right length. When a game exceeds 40 minutes, that's when it starts to kind of be like, what's the difference? What's the difference between a 1-death and a no-death when the game's an hour long? It's like, oh, you were like, hell, you can do a 1-death faster than a no-death, right? So when it's that long, that's when it kind of makes me weigh the idea of, is this worth it? This game here, I took my sweet-ass time, and I still did it in under 25 minutes.
12 men.
Yeah, 12 men. I wanted to know.
Not bad.
Yeah, I wanted to know that.
Just genuinely curious.
Yeah, just because you can hear the free men every time you grab them. And I knew I was racking them up. So like I said, this game, it's on you if you can't beat it. Yeah, maybe not your first turn, but you shouldn't beat any game your first turn blind, So, learn it, have fun with it. If you haven't played it, you should. I think most of you have. I'm really late to the party on this game. Easiest boss in the game. Boss music's not bad, it's just not great. But yeah, gaming is a fickle bitch. Time is of the essence, and as adults we all have priorities, whether it's family, friends, children, work, exercise, other hobbies. Where do you choose to put your time in gaming is very important, and that's what I've been all about lately, is that if I can invest less time in one game and then visit 5 new ones, that's also become valuable to me, because if I didn't just kind of put some of those other NDRs off, there's like 7 games I probably wouldn't have beat this year that were all fresh, new, fun experiences. And in some cases, for me, it's been a lot more fun to go through the backlog. I know there's no backlog playlist to be had, and no one's going to care about what games I've played, but the reality is, few are going to care about what games I actually NDR other than myself and a few other people who are into that sort of thing. But for me, it's been really wicked to, I'm hoping to get 100 games this year. I don't normally grind through that many games, but I'm sitting at 45 brand new beaten games, beat for the first time. Last level, here we are, Don Carnage. Stick near the bottom here. Do good things for you. Yeah. Bam, like that. Now, there's a hidden heart here. This hidden heart's actually essential. This part, without the hidden heart, would be very difficult to do on one man. So, I'm going to leave it there, grab it when I need it, hit that thing as much as possible. Thanks for watching my No Death run of Tailspin for the Nintendo by Capcom.
Let's go. No death run of Tailspin. Curses. That fool Don Carnage blew it again. but I'll acquire that company if it's the last thing I do. Blue, today's problems must have been Shere Khan's doing. He must be furious about now. I'm terrible at reading. Why do I ever do this? It's totally unnecessary.
Totally unnecessary.
This game's awesome. Let's just talk about that. This game's really fun. Frustrating to learn, and I'm sure Commentary Steve provided more than enough insight about how I feel about it. But Game & Steve likes to have the last chime when I do it in the moment to kind of relish in a super fun game about a super awesome TV show made by Capcom. Love this game. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. Honestly, cannot say enough good things about it. Tailspin for the NES. It's fucking awesome. Go play it, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.
Oh, my controller disconnected there. I'm glad that didn't happen during gameplay.
No shit.
You know, this thing has gotten lots of use. Sometimes I wonder about this Sega Mini going kaputs on me. I've put it to good use and have gotten my money's worth. This game's awesome. Again, thank you for watching.